Google is pursuing a structured capital deployment strategy to expand the market for its tensor processing units beyond its own cloud platform. Through equity investments in neo cloud operators, credit backstops for the data center partners, and direct chip sales, the company is building an alternative distribution ecosystem. A necessary move given that the rival hyperscalers have little incentive to adopt chips from a cloud competitor. And the hardware case is strengthening. Google's Ironwood TPU now approaches NVIDIA's Blackwell on key performance benchmarks while offering a substantial cost of ownership advantage, according to SemiAnalysis. But the path to meaningful market share faces formidable headwinds also. TSMC manufacturing constraints, NVIDIA's 80% grip on the data center accelerator market, and a software ecosystem with 4 million developers and millions of customer signals. When we are talking about the mixed customer signals, we have Anthropic expanding the TPU usage while Meta has doubled down on NVIDIA. Custom silicon may capture 15 to 25% of the AI chip market by 2030. But whether Google's TPUs can anchor durable external demand beyond the subsidized partnerships remains a critical test. In this video, we're going to focus on the TPU gambit and Google's bid to buy its way into the AI chips race. NVIDIA commands upwards of 80% of the data center AI accelerated market, and its CUDA platform locks in over 4 million developers. Google's answer? Deploy its balance sheet to subsidize an alternative distribution ecosystem for its GPU chips. Here's why it's harder than it sounds. Let's talk about how subsidizing can be a distribution moat. Now, Google has historically sold access to its tensor processing units through its own cloud platform. That limited the audience to customers already committed to Google Cloud. Now, the company is pursuing a different playbook altogether, using equity stakes, credit backstops, and direct hardware sales to seed TPU capacity across a network of independent infrastructure operators that sit outside the traditional hyperscaler ecosystem. In a recent article, Wall Street Journal reported that the centerpiece of this push is a potential $100 million investment in FluidStack at a valuation of approximately $7.5 billion. Now, FluidStack is a part of the fast-growing neocloud segment that the research firm Modern Intelligence sized at $24 billion in 2025 and projects to reach $237 billion by 2031, growing at 46% compound annual rate. These specialized providers offer GPU and now TPU-based compute to AI companies at lower cost and faster processing times than the large cloud platforms. Cipher Mining has disclosed that approximately $3 billion in contract value is tied to its FluidStack arrangement, with a reported $1.4 billion Google credit backstop. TeraWulf secured a 10-year 360-megawatt lease with FluidStack at its Lake Mariner facility, also backed by Google's credit enhancement. These are not venture bets. These are structured infrastructure finance designed to reduce the risk for operators willing to build TPU-based capacity. Now, the strategic logic out here is pretty straightforward. CoreWeave, the largest neocloud operator with $55.6 billion backlog, built its business almost entirely on NVIDIA GPUs and counts NVIDIA as a direct equity investor. Google needs a comparable anchor in the neocloud layer, and FluidStack's willingness to serve as a TPU as a service platform gives Google something that it has lacked: a third-party distribution channel with no competing cloud business. However, there is also a competitor and customer paradox that we need to look into. NVIDIA's most powerful structural advantage is not silicon, it's neutrality. NVIDIA sells GPUs to every major cloud provider without operating a competing cloud service. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, and Oracle all deploy NVIDIA hardware at massive scale. This means NVIDIA's total addressable market is the entire cloud infrastructure industry. However, when Google is concerned, it faces the opposite dynamic. Its most obvious wholesale customers for TPU chips, the other hyperscalers, are simultaneously its fiercest competitors in the cloud services. Amazon has invested heavily in its own custom accelerators, including Trainium and Inferentia. Microsoft is NVIDIA's largest cloud partner. Neither has an obvious incentive to funnel billions of dollars towards a rival chip program. Industry participants characterize interest from competing cloud providers as minimal. And this paradox is something that explains the appeal of the neo-cloud workaround.